Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2018 Austrian Darts Open Championships here in Graz. Time to meet our players. Introducing to you first, world ranked number 48 from Houston in the Netherlands. Will you please welcome the bomb, Ron Meulenkamp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to meet a winner on the PDC Pro Tour. And the reigning World Grand Prix champion from Northern Ireland, it's Super Chin, Gurney.
Touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe there never
There we go.
Expect 180s in this one. Super Chin Gurney, the man who has hit more maximums than anybody else in the Premier League this year. 5 more than Gary Anderson in the same number of games. 10 more than Michael van Gerwen, although Super Chin has played a game more. However, when he met this fella, Ron the Bomb Meulenkamp, on the Euro Tour earlier this year, you wouldn't have known that, because Ron hit 7 in knocking out the Grand Prix champion at the European Darts Open in Leverkusen. We shall see if Super Chin can get his revenge on the Dutchman tonight here in Austria and set up a third round clash tomorrow afternoon with the demolition man Darren Webster. I'm Dan Dawson, Rob Malarkey alongside me as the Bomb takes on Super Chin.
Yes, and just to reiterate once again, Dan, in the last 2 European Tour events for which he has qualified, Ron Meulenkamp has made a semi-final and a quarter-final. That is not a bad sequence of results. That run to the last 8 in Leverkusen last month, of course, featuring, as well as that win over Gurney, a very impressive win over Vandenberg, and also just in pipe, in which he averaged almost 102, and he hit 6 from 9 on his doubles as well. It was a really good display, that one. And it was something of a surprise, or a bit of a damp squib in the end, when he was eventually beaten by Richard North in what was a very low-scoring quarter-final, a very low-scoring encounter, North winning with an average of 82. It was that sort of match. But I think there's a lot to be said for Meulenkamp's win over Gurney. It will give him a huge amount of confidence going into this one.
First leg now to throw first. Game on.
And maybe, Dan, there's an argument here that Gurney might just be feeling the effects of having played 3 times in Rotterdam over the course of 2 days as well.
Well, possibly. He was on the same flight over here as I was yesterday, along with some of the other seeded players, the likes of Michael Smith, Peter Wright, Simon Whitlock, and Well, Michael Smith didn't seem to be suffering any effects, did he?
No,
because he was
he did
100%
not.
in his doubles and 105 average in his 6-0 battering of Michael Barnard this afternoon.
Granted.
60.
Yeah, fifth in the Premier League table right now, Daryl Gurney, 3 points behind Michael Smith after losing to Rob Cross and Gary Anderson in Rotterdam. He beat Simon Whitlock.
Yeah, very
7-1.
convincingly.
Yeah, in the last match of the night on Thursday.
It should be said that Gary Anderson did average 109 against him. It was there wasn't a great deal that Daryl could have done against it, although he did have chances, actually. He was sticking with him for the early part of the game, but it was just relentless from the Flying Scotsman. Not that you'll see much of that on the
60.
European Tour this year. Gary electing just not to bother with it, which
Is a shame.
it is a shame. His prerogative, of course. That means you miss out on the European Championship, £100,000 for the winner there. Loads of ranking money available. Well, he's got different priorities. Does mean if things don't go your way in some of the big tournaments, then bad things can happen.
And talking of those 180s, 7 in that match in Leverkusen. There's one for Ron the Bomb. Off and running already in the first leg here.
140.
Gurney looking good though on his own throw, down to 87.
Yeah, 180 out of nowhere from Ron the Bomb after 2 average visits. And look at this, how about a 177 to follow it up?
177. Now you
Why not
require
indeed?
87.
6 perfect darts to leave himself on double 12, but Super Chin can shut the door in his face with a double 18.
Or can he?
51.
Not right now, he can't.
Ron, you require 24.
And Ron Meulenkamp with a 13-dart break of throw for the opening leg,
Second leg,
suggesting
Rovers.
at this very premature stage of the match that maybe, just maybe, he could inflict more damage on Daryl Gurney's European Tour campaign. 6-4 it was in Leverkusen. Gurney responded well, though, by making the semis in Munich in the German Darts Grand Prix, losing to Michael van Gerwen 7-3. Ron the Bomb in the money again here.
140.
It's a sequence of 9 perfect darts from Ron Meulenkamp there. 180, 177, 24 out on double 12, and then 60, 60,
140.
misses.
And just looking at the individual match odds prior to the start of play today, I don't think there was anybody available at a bigger price than Ron Meulenkamp today.
Really?
3-1 he was, or prior to the start of play, was to win this individual match.
140.
And
Not
I'm
even Darius Labanauskas against Mensur
12-5
Suljovic.
Labanauskas at the start of play. Meulenkamp was the
My
biggest
word.
price of the day. I thought that was a little bit, well,
140.
misguided, shall we say.
Disrespectful.
And disrespectful, some might say. It staggered me. I mean, I was really surprised. I thought he might be a 12-5 mark or something like that, but 3-1, biggest price of the day for an individual match win.
I assume that you've put the mortgage on it then, Mr. Malarkey.
I am not a betting man, Dan, but if I was, my magic golden coin would have headed the way of Ron Meulenkamp.
Wow.
95.
Magic golden coin is looking all right at the moment, but he might have to take out a 161 to double his lead. He
And
could
what?
take out a 161 to double his lead.
Well, he won't he won't here, but he may come back. Gurney 1-2-6, and Meulenkamp's left himself that double 12 once again. 19s would have left the bull, but it's not to be for Gurney. Number 4 seed here this weekend after
98.
Van Gerwen's withdrawal.
Ron, you require
So
24.
seeded to the semis. Yeah, big deep breath for Ron Meulenkamp, a step back away from the Oki ahead of this crack at double 6, and Meulenkamp leads by 2.
Third leg, Daryl to Rovers.
Impressive stuff so far.
Very impressive. No reason to panic just yet from
140.
Super Chin, but there certainly will be if he's unable to hold his throw here. 3-0 down with 2 breaks to throw, and Ron Meulenkamp averaging around the 110 mark. He's going to have some very big issues.
140s.
Ron Meulenkamp only made 2 appearances on the European Tour last year. First round defeat in Sindelfingen, and then a run to the semis in Riesa, where he really caught the eye.
Well,
I mean, that was an incredible run.
I mean, look, Ron is a different man in so many ways.
Yeah.
He's half the man he used to be and twice the man he used to be, all at the same time.
I like that.
He has lost so much weight, changed his lifestyle completely, and with it has come this confidence and the best results of his darting career. I mean, if it carries on at this rate, the skeletal remains of Ron Meulenkamp will be the 2022 world champion. You won't be able to see him from sideways on, but he will have the Citadel Trophy if these trends continue.
Gurney a long way from treble 17 there.
44.
Not happening for Darrell at the moment, and Meulenkamp has another chance for a break here, you know, 86. Potential 11 dart break.
Not sure what he's thinking about.
Well, he's found the treble now.
Should be thinking about double seven.
Double seven now.
Oh,
79.
it very nearly was time to panic for Super Chin. It could still be if he doesn't hit double 10 here.
Close, very close. Step to the left-hand side of the hockey. A big step over as well, and it pays off for Darrell Gurney.
And he nearly fell off the hockey.
Missed dart at double 7 for the bomb. 2-1 he leads. He still has the break though. No huge damage done there.
60.
.115.08 the average for Ron Meulenkamp right now. Gurney's is fairly healthy too.
Steady darts from Ron. Steady. Outscoring the Grand Prix champion. Out-finishing the Grand Prix champion.
100.
Yeah, and even in that defeat by Peter Rice in the semis in Riesa, he averaged nearly 106th in that match as well.
Yeah, he did. It was superb.
83.
Peter Wright in action later against James Wade in many people's standout match of the day.
Yeah, that's the one that immediately jumps off the page at you. I think Steve West, Rob Cross could be very, very tasty as well. And well, look, I mean, the way this one has started, we could see some monstrous stuff from the pair of these two. Gurney hasn't really got going on his scoring as yet.
180.
I knew that happened.
Yeah, just something for Ron Meulenkamp to think about here. Gurney suddenly seems to have found his shooting boots.
74.
Once again, Meulenkamp finds a trouble with his last dart, but he's still not down to a finish. Gurney will get down to a finish here. What sort of finish it will be remains to be seen. It could be a very manageable one here.
100.
Saw off Gabriel Clemens 6-3 yesterday in his opening match, did Ron Meulenkamp.
60.
Again, great figures, 6 from 9 on his doubles, one of the best set of figures on the doubles yesterday in the first round matches. Well, 60 away.
53.
Electing not to go double-double there, Darrell Gurney, or use the bullseye route to try and guarantee a dart for the leg, and he could well pay, because it's only one treble needed for Ron here.
And
Get
it's
a dart to
found
the
it as well.
bullseye. Another one, it's double 5. It is double 5.
125.
Another missed dart at a double. Could be 4-0 up here. As it is, it could be 2-2. Gurney looking at tops. Gurney finds tops, and it is 2 apiece. Missed opportunities, fine margins, all perfectly illustrated here for Ron Meulenkamp. A 16 dart break for Darrell Gurney.
More like it, Super Chin.
Yes. Camped in that left-hand side of the treble 20 then. Ron can do it just as well, you know. Not on this occasion.
100. 57.
Well, not really building on that 180.
This is the same quarter of the draw as Mensur Suljevic, the Austrian, the other seeded player in this section, Jelle Klaassen. Well, it is Darren Webster who awaits the winner of this one. Difficult one to call. You'd have to say that despite being very good at times in the Premier League, we haven't seen Superchin produce his best away from the TV cameras, although he did have that run to a semi-final on the Euro Tour. He still didn't play his best, I don't think. I think we're waiting to see Daryl Gurney really play as well as he was doing last year when he won his first title and then followed it up with the Grand Prix win.
Three successive sub-sum visits for Daryl Gurney here, but he's still in a good position on his throw because Meulenkamp hasn't really been able to respond here. Suddenly the trebles are drying up here for Ron Meulenkamp.
60.
And no need to go ball 25 ball with Meulenkamp not on a finish. Treble 20 and tops will do. What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
Oh, unfortunate.
Me.
That was in the treble 20 bed. That is in the treble 20 bed. And so is that one.
120.
Honorary 180 from Ron Meulenkamp, but unfortunately, well, he wouldn't have wanted it because it would have bust his score. But Gurney on double 16, which he was so reliable on during the Grand Prix when he won his first major title.
16.
And he's in danger of losing this one, and just a very, very odd leg of darts. Well, that's okay. So it'll leave him 58. Single 18 will leave double top. To go back into the lead.
Just something about his doubles now. You just don't get that confident feeling from Meulenkamp.
Well, for a third consecutive leg. World number 5 is in the lead for the first time. He doesn't look too happy about it, but it'll do.
Well, Meulenkamp has had darts at doubles in each of the last 3 legs. He's lost them all. And Gurney, I think, grateful for that as well. Very grateful indeed.
97.
Meulenkamp needs to find some here. Needs to just get himself a foothold in the game once again, just to kick-start this match.
60.
Well, at least that was the first leg in this match where Gurney has been first to a double. Oh, apart from the very first one, I beg your pardon, he missed 2 darts at double 18, didn't he, before
100.
Ron went out. However, the majority of the time, Ron has been getting to the finishes first. But anybody's game here.
140.
I mean, that's the thing. Meulenkamp could, in the back of his mind, be wondering or thinking, I should be 5-0 up here. I could be 5-0 up here. I'm 3-2 down. And that just may be gnawing away at him. He needs to forget all about that if that's the case.
60.
Well, we saw Darren Webster seemingly just fall apart against Richie Burnett before getting his act together at the end. Had to survive a match dart before coming through 6-5 in the opening game of the evening session.
Yeah, that's just been the way it's been going for Ron Meulenkamp lately. Just pulling them low, pulling them too high. That's gone too high.
60.
The radar is not working here.
Yeah, just got a bit frustrated, didn't he? Literally shrugged his shoulders after the first dart there. As if he doesn't quite know where the form from the first 2 or 3 legs has just evaporated to.
Yeah, and Gurney's just thriving on this for a moment. Or has been for the last 2 or 3 legs, really. Meulenkamp just taking a moment, which is perhaps wise. Just composing himself here. Once again, it's some way above that treble 20 bed. That's on target.
100. So you require 56.
Gives himself a chance. But this is for a break and a fourth consecutive leg.
36.
Gurney not too convincing either on the doubles. 3 missed darts at double 16 in the last one. He's had missed opportunities there as well. Meulenkamp, I imagine it will be treble 20 for double 12.
14 and ball. Double 11 now then.
62.
Another missed dart at a double, this time double 11 for Ron Meulenkamp. They are beginning to rack up here.
Well, Darryl Gurney
22.
absolutely smashed his way to victory in the final game on Thursday night in Rotterdam against Simon Whitlock. Won 7 consecutive legs, averaged almost a ton.
Ooh, only just. Double 2 then for Meulenkamp here.
20.
He's in the madhouse.
All started so well, didn't it? 21 darts for Meulenkamp. He's still not there. Gurney, can he take out this 1 double 2?
This first dart could cause him some issues here.
3.
They're both in the madhouse. Ron Meulenkamp playing the best darts of his entire career. Darryl Gurney, the major champion and Premier League star, fighting out for a playoff spot. Well, they're both on double 1. Pop darts. Pop darts with 2,000 people watching. 3-3.
A 24 dart holder throw, but Ron Meulenkamp will not care one jot about that. He will feel as though some sort of justice has been done there, given the chances that have slipped by. Strange match, this one. Really difficult to evaluate so far.
Well, it kind of reminds me of their meeting on the Euro Tour last time, in that it wasn't the highest quality. Ron Meulenkamp, it's 7-180s in that game, and his average was still, it was about 90, I think it was. And we've sort of got the same sort of feeling here. Lots of missed doubles, lots of scrappy stuff. Somebody gets first to a double and gets a number of darts at it and still messes it up.
Now Gurney can't find a treble. 60 followed by, well, he's got one there. But Meulenkamp effectively stealing the darts here. Big score, ton 40 will make life very interesting indeed.
23 darts missed at double in this game.
100.
And we're only halfway through it, potentially.
Well, I'll say it again, there's a real chance here for Meulenkamp if he can. And once again, he's just pulled that low. There's something clearly not right with Meulenkamp's first dart. Switching to good effects onto the 17s.
91.
That's enough to leave a finish for Ron Meulenkamp, but with the way things have... Actually, you know what? When they can't hit a second on the outer ring, it's probably exactly the sort of time when the 170 is going to go.
100.
Well, he took out 160 yesterday against Clements.
107.
Can he take out the big one here? Meulenkamp looking at 170. I suspect he won't. Well, I say that. Go on, Ron. Prove me wrong. Go on, Ron. Bullseye.
145.
That would have been surreal. Madhouse
Silly game.
to 170 in one fell swoop. Gurney needs to post a biggie here. That's a 3.
123 on your required 25.
Now, was it a wise decision to go for the bullseye? Double 10, Ron. Problem with going this route, you're missing inside the double 10. That first dart can get in the way of your double 5 attempt. Well, his second dart's got in the way of his second double 10 attempt.
Oh,
15.
that's close, but not close enough.
Only requires 58.
And he could find himself in the madhouse once again if Gurney does not take out his 58. 2 goes at tops. He's not been convincing by and large, and he's missed that one as well. But he's found that one, and Gurney somehow gets his nose back in front at 4-3, and on we go.
Game on.
Chalk up another 3 missed darts at doubles for Ron the Bomb Meulenkamp. Darren Webster was hitting fewer than 1 in 4 of his darts at double in the opening game this evening against Richie Burnett. Whoever comes through this one to face Webster in the next round, I mean, it could be an absolute missed double-a-thon between them if they play like they have done tonight.
Shake of the head from Darrell as he made his way to the back of the stage. Yeah, great switching from Darrell Gurney there. Just a little bit of something on for Ron Meulenkamp here, and he's only found a treble 1 as well.
80.
That saves his skin.
146.
Chance for Gurney here. Break would lead him 5-3 up, would lead him throwing for the match in the next leg as well. 106 away.
100. On you require 126.
Well, you feel this might have to go for Ron Meulenkamp, otherwise he could be in a huge spot of bother. 69 away, and he's found it. Double 6. Oh,
no
well,
score.
he's found a double, but it's the wrong one, and he's bust his score on 126. Some might say that is absolutely unforgivable. Dan Dawson's face tells its own story.
The last few legs, Ron Meulenkamp has been struggling to hit any double and coming away with scores of 3 and 1 and 0. He's just scored more than he needed. The irony of it. And ultimately, it could prove to be the final straw for Ron the Bomb, because that was a break of throw. Gurney will throw for the match here. He would throw for the match in the last leg decider if we do go the distance as well. Revenge for Gurney following his defeat to Ron Meulenkamp on the Euro Tour earlier this year. He had beaten him the 2 previous times they played, once last year and once the year before, the German Darts Championship. That was the last Euro Tour event of the year, the one that Alan Norris went on to win. Became, well, he was the most recent new winner on the Euro Tour until Max Hopp last weekend. Oh,
80.
A little bit lazy that from Darrell Gurney. Thought he could just
lollipop it in.
Well, whatever he thought he could do, it didn't work. It probably won't matter.
Opening visit of 42, backed up by,
81.
well,
seems an awful long time ago when Ron Meulenkamp was 2-0 up and averaging in the 110s, doesn't it?
No, yeah. Gurney winning 5 of the last 6 somehow without really playing that well.
140.
It is very, very warm up there.
60.
That may play a factor as the night goes on. Ron Meulenkamp is going to have to find a 180 or a 177 or something of that magnitude to get down to a finish and apply any pressure on that 64 for Darrell Gurney. And he's not going to do it, I'm afraid.
98.
No.
64.
Plenty of time and plenty of darts in hand here for Darrell Gurney. And that leaves double 16. And in keeping with the spirit of this match, he's missed his dart at the double anyway. But he will be back.
Well, the crowd are amusing themselves with a little song. Super Chin has absolutely no idea what they're singing,
but he loves it.
But he seems quite happy.
60.
But then again, he knows he's got match darts. Double 16 the target. And double 16 is hit. And Darrell Gurney, having been 2-0 down in that one, finds a way to grind out the victory. Ron Meulenkamp knocked out in the second round here at the Austrian Darts Open. We will not see another deep Euro Tour run from Ron the Bomb this weekend. Simon Whitlock, the Australian #1 and #9 seed, is up next, looking to continue what's been a great day for the seeded players. We've only seen one of them knocked out so far in this tournament. That was Benito van der Pas. The Wizard takes on Adam Hunt, the Hunter. We'll just get a quick few words from our latest winner on the Euro Tour. It is Super Chin Daryl Gurney.
Well done, Daryl. I was watching that. Come on, I didn't get the same height now. I was watching that. It was a game of two halves, really. 3-all, both a bit nip and tuck. Then the Super Chin machine sort of kicked in a little bit and put that little surge in.
Well, I wish that surge would start at the very start, and then I can get him over and done with and get him off the stage. But no, he played well there. I know he was 2-0 up there, and I think he maybe had a dart for 3-0. But no, I'm just glad to get the win, really. Ron beat me the last time, so it's 1-1 now between me and him. So, but no, just glad to get the win, really.
Excellent. So you've nicked that one back off of him there. The 1-2-6 was crucial. That was actually on Ron's throw. So he's hitting 1-2-6 to save his throw. You'd done the hard work leaving the 46. I think that was really the main crunch of that particular match.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, whenever I was on the 46 and he busted the 1-2-6, I knew then I probably had 6 darts out, because whenever you busted a 1-2-6, you've kind of frustrated yourself. But I was frustrating myself the whole way through the game, because I probably could have beat him 6-1, 6-2. But that's my own fault, and fair play to Ron for sticking in there, fighting on, and end up being 6-3 or something again.
6-3 in the end. You're through to the last 16 tomorrow. Have a good night's sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Super Chin, Daryl Gurney!